indoor air quality is directly related to the ventilation system, okay? Because we know if we have natural ventilation, so you don't have a ventilation system, the indoor air quality is strictly dependent on the human behavior. So I heard one of the speaker today saying, yeah, imagine this teacher that have 34 students that is running 5 days per week. He will never think about indoor air quality. He will never think when he need to open the window, when he need to close the window. And this is normal. We cannot depend on human behavior in this case. This is why when we have natural ventilation, we're not having a good indoor air quality. So the solution for that is to install a ventilation system. So these two subjects are pretty much related. To improve indoor air quality in schools, you need to improve the ventilation systems that is installed. And to improve the ventilation systems, the first question that you need to ask yourself, which ventilation system I need to choose? And since it is very political, so it's related to the school budget, you need also to ask yourself how much it will cost me and how much energy reduction I will get over the year if choosing this system or not. So this is why we started this project, to be able to answer this question before the construction, before buying the system, before installing the system, and then starting measuring and asking yourself why it is not working well. What we are presenting is a solution. In fact, we heard from a lot of researchers, a lot of politicians that are measuring the air quality, measuring the concentration of pollution in schools, and school where already existing ventilation system. Then they are saying that this system is not working right and the concentration of pollution is very high. So what we are providing today is a solution to predict what will be the concentration of pollutant inside the school if you install this ventilation system, so you could make an educated choice of the right ventilation system. As I believe, we need to stop the bleeding before curing the patient. So we have a bleeding today. We have a school that is not working well. So first we need to apply some new regulation to make the right choice and install the right ventilation system, which have the right performance and the right trade-off between energy performance, energy consumption, and indoor air quality. And our tool is a way to provide that. So what we do is that we take a ventilation system and we make the simulation of this ventilation system on different dwellings. So in different type of home, apartment, school, whatever. And it will get you the performance of this system, whatever is the application that it will be put. And it will have different example. So if it is 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 1 room, 2 room, 2 family, 2-story building, 3-story, 5, 6, etc., it will give you for each one what will be the performance on their quality. So in this case, when you're having a new construction or even when you're making a renovation, the first question that you need to ask is, what kind of ventilation systems that I need to install? So what is the kind, what is the size, and from which company, for example, which model? So this is the first question. And today, if you are searching for information for this in the market, the only information that you will get, what is the ventilation rate that the system is providing? Why? Because the regulation today only set a limit for a ventilation rate inside a room or per person. But it don't talk about the pollutant concentration and it don't talk about the energy consumption. So the role of this simulation software is that when you are asking this question, you can simply run 2 different type of system or 2 different type of technology or 2 systems from the system, the same type of technology, and it will get you the result of indoor air quality, pollutant of concentration, and energy consumption through the year for each type of system that has been used. Exactly. It have two important value, because as I showed in the presentation today, in the simulations that we run, I compare, for example, 2 systems. One with balanced ventilation, one with mechanical ventilation. Of course, when you are installing the system, a balanced ventilation will cost more. But we run the simulation over 1 year, and we will see that only in 1 year we will gain 30% in energy consumption. And with the energy prices today, 30% in energy consumption will be highly more the energy, the cost and difference in cost between a balanced ventilation and mechanical ventilation. So in fact, in the case that we run it today, if you installed a balanced ventilation in 1 year, you will be gaining the price difference, and starting from year 2, you will be gaining investment and not investing more, in fact. And in the same case, you will having much better indoor air quality. So the main role of this simulation software is to make you do the right choice and to understand what you are choosing. You will know in how many years you compensate the difference between a good system that will give you better indoor air quality or a less cost system at the beginning. it is not a software that you can purchase. We are using for certification. So what you need to search for is a certified unit. So if you go to our website and you choose EAQVS program, you will see the units as a system that have the certificate. And on this system, you will see the performance of the system. So each one will have a certificate, and it will tell you on each type of dwelling what will be the performance of indoor air quality and energy consumption of this kind of system. Because we needed to make a choice. We don't want to make it a project-based simulation. Why? Because only in UK you have 30 million residents between apartment or houses. Imagine you need to make a simulation for each house or each apartment or each resident or each school. We'll spend tens of years just studying if this system will be better or this system will be better. So this is why we did it as system-based simulation. So we'll study a system. The system could be applied to hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of same building, and it will give you the result on different type of houses.